This is a Corvette C8, and to make more power, most guys go twin turbo or supercharger, but we wanted to kick it old school, so we're going full all-motor build with this car. We're modifying the 6.2-liter V8 with CNC ported and polished heads, an upgraded BTR camshaft, a full exhaust including headers, high flow cats, and an AWE catback exhaust system. We've torn down the motor, and now it's time to put it all back together with all the new modifications. Let's get started. These new heads here actually started life as a completely factory stock set of heads off of a C8 Corvette. Now they're CNC ported and polished. We got dual springs set up for high temp valves. We're about to put those on right now. Let's see how they look. And a few more mods we have here. Going to the exhaust. These are the Corsa Lingenfelter collaboration headers. These are really cool. The collection from the 4 into the 1 looks pretty nice. Of course, you have their nice branding on there. And then down here, we have Phoenix designed 200 cell cats. So significantly more airflow throughout these cats in terms of the exhaust. It's also gonna wake this car up quite a bit. I think it's gonna be pretty loud, but we'll see. And then the showpiece, the eVenturi carbon fiber cold air intake. I don't even wanna touch this thing, it's so nice. You're gonna be able to see this through a window in the trunk. Looks very sexy. I'm very excited to see this on the car. Of course, we already had the Corsa cold air intake in there, but we can't pass up a window to see all the carbon fiber in the trunk. Come on, that's gonna be so cool. So let's put this down very carefully here, and let's get back to working on the engine. How many Ugga-Duggas for these heads?
Just three.
Just three Ugga-Duggas? All right.
That's self-taught.
Experience, huh?
Experience. Yeah, there's specific patterns for different vehicles.
Yeah.
And so that they get pulled down correctly. And the initial torque is 59 foot-pounds, then it's 90 degrees, then another 60. So they're a torque to yield bolt so that they have a predetermined stretch. And that's what keeps all the clamping force on it. You got the push rod that pushes down in the lifter, which then hits the cam, and every time the load comes around, they'll rock, and then they'll push the valve open, and it's either the exhaust or the intake. We'll bring air into the engine or push it out, one way or the other. After we put all those new trunnions in, we'll put all the rockers in, get them all torqued down, we'll put the valve covers on so we get the motor closed up, and we'll move on to the front end. Like the stock ones, they do limit the throw a little bit, the way that they're designed, and they have a roller bearing in them, which over time can either get crushed or they fall out sometimes. Where these just have a brass bushing in them now, so they'll ride just on a brass bushing and be much more precise all the time.
All right, so I'm putting the valve covers back on right now. Grant's working on the right side. Left side's already done and on. Pretty much all that's left to go is putting on all of the front accessories. Water pump, alternator. What am I missing, Grant?
AC.
Yep, we got the compressor up there. We'll put that on. And then the motor's going up in the car. But first, of course, got to put the new headers on, new cats. We're gonna be doing that. Until then, I'll let Grant work here, and we'll see you soon. All right, so we got the engine pretty much mostly together here. We have the intake manifold back on, the oil pan back onto the bottom, the dry sump oil tank over here. All of the front end components are already on. So all that's really left is to put on the headers, the new cats, and the new e-Venturi carbon fiber cold air intake, and then get this puppy back in the car and onto the dyno. So let's get working. All right, so really the last thing we need to do is apply this Datsun transmission tuning box. This guy changes the scaling pressure of the factory clutches in the Tremec transmission in this engine. That way we don't have to dive into the transmission, replace clutches and all of that. So this will allow you to scale 3 different options. 10% more scaling of the clutches, 10 to 15%, and 15%. So for more boosted applications, supercharged, turbocharged, you're probably gonna wanna use the 15% scaling options. For more of the NA options, we're probably gonna go with either option 1 or 2. That way we're not applying a bunch of extra scaling onto the clutches, but just a little bit to be able to handle the extra power of the new cam, the ported and polished heads, the new exhaust, all those goodies. So we're gonna get this wired in. We're gonna depin the factory transmission harness and pin in the Datsun transmission box, and then it'll all go in place. Put the exhaust on, we'll get it up in the car. All right, well, we're about done with the C8 engine build. Grant's putting on the final touches, putting on the belly pans underneath, and then we're gonna put the rear wheels on, get this thing down on the ground and fire it up for the first time. It's gonna be so cool. We're gonna get that lopey camshaft sound that you typically hear on the old LSs from the C6s and the C7s in the C8. I personally have not heard one yet with the lopey camshaft. I can't wait. So let's get this thing fired up. I wanna hear it. First start. All right, so we finished the motor. It's back together and back in the car, and you just heard the first start. This thing sounds nasty. It brings me back to growing up with loud V8s ripping down Main Street. I just love it. I can't wait to get into this thing, drive it for the first time. But before we do that, we got to go through the whole tuning process. So remember, the ECU in this car is already unlocked. We took it out of the car, sent it off to HB tuners. They cracked it for us. We threw it back in the car before all the modifications started. So now that that's done, we can actually tune the car. So with that process, we'll get the car out, drive it for a few hours, understand its driving characteristics with all the new modifications, and then we'll put it on the dyno, start tuning it, adjust the ECU and some characteristics in that, and we'll be able to make even more power. So what do you guys think the car is gonna make with all the new mods? I'm curious to see. Remember, it made about 466 horsepower all stock with just an AWE catback exhaust and of course the intake. Now we got a whole host of mods in there. So I'm super curious. I'm very excited for that. But in order to see that, you have to stay tuned till next week, next video. Make sure you're subscribed and we'll see you next week.